I was Long Whisker was my cat. And of course I was Long Paw because I was an apprentice. But yeah, I did forum roleplay for warrior cats because I was simply built different. I did quite a bit of forum roleplay. I had like friends on there. I had relationship drama with Long Paw. The forum roleplays, it really do be like that, Queen Maeve. If y'all want to hear the story of Long Paw, I'll tell it someday. I mean, I could tell it right now if y'all want to know. Cause see, his first flame was Nightpaw. And he and Nightpaw were really close, and they were like besties. And then like they were like flirtatious, like, oh, we're gonna be mates someday. So Longpaw was pretty cool, honestly. I liked Longpaw. Bear in mind, I'm like 10 at this point, so like I'm not gonna pretend that this was, you know, William Shakespeare or anything. But then there was this other fucking shit-ass cat. This little shit-ass cat named Wasppaw. First of all, Wasppaw is a dumb name, because you have to add a dash, because otherwise it's Wasppaw. So he had a dash in his name, which just is wrong. Fuck you, Wasppaw, you son of a bitch. So I was off of the forum for a while, and then Wasppaw and Nightpaw became mates. I'm pretty sure Nightpaw became a warrior, because when you become a warrior, you go from prefix paw to prefix suffix. It's like I was Long Whisker. I forget, she was like Nighttail or something, I don't remember. So Nightpaw abandoned Longpaw, and Longpaw was heartbroken. I had like a whole roleplay arc that no one engaged in about Longpaw being heartbroken over the loss of Nightpaw. And then me and the person who played Nightpaw, we went and we wrote a fan fiction. It's still out there. I could actually go and find it and read it. Sad boy arc, I love it. Poor Longpaw. Poor Longpaw was a real sad boy. He was a little edgy. No, it was sad. It was sad. Freaking Wasppaw was a little loser too. Longpaw and Nightpaw were great together. So anyhow, so Longpaw was actually mentored by the clan leader. I don't remember her name, but he always wanted to be deputy, but he wasn't a very good fighter. He was a really good hunter. So he became Long Whisker, and he was known that way because he had long whiskers, as you can imagine. So yeah, we wrote a fanfic that was like an alternate like universe, like literally an AU of our roleplay characters where they got together and had kittens, and it was like very bad. Like it was like, I'm pretty sure at one point like she almost falls off a cliff and Longpaw saves her, and it turns out to be like a nightmare that it's bad. It's Garbo. It's a little Garbo fanfic. So anyhow, Longpaw gets over it. He becomes a warrior. He becomes Long Whisker. Night Feather, whatever her name is, Nighttail moves on. She and Wasp, whatever, go and do stupid. So Long Whisker, he does his thing. He wants to be deputy, which is like the one who's going to inherit and become leader. Whatever. He's chilling. I'm gonna specify. This is actually the origin of Dr. Von Kitty, by the way. If you want even more deep lore. That was when I became Mr. Kitty Cat, which is my first version of the name. And then I became Dr. Kitty Cat. And then I became Dr. Von Kitty Cat, and then Dr. Von Kitty. I don't exactly know if that was the precise way it went, but I remember I went from like Mr. Kitty Cat to Dr. Von Kitty somehow. Origin stories, I know that's the origin of the name Dr. Von Kitty. Anyhow, let's finish the Longpaw story here. So Longpaw, Long Whisker now. I need to adjust myself here. So every month on the full moon, all of the clans, because there's 4 clans, and well, actually in this roleplay there were 5 clans, because Sky Clan was one of the clans. We were actually a part of Sky Clan. So all of the clans, the 5 clans, would meet at, I think it was the Moon Tree or something. It's like in the middle of the lake that's in their new territory, because they go to a different territory, they transfer. So the full moon, you have the meeting. I forget what it's called, but all the clans meet. So at that meeting, Long Whisker meets a cat named Joyfeather, and she is from Wind Clan. And Joyfeather and Long Whisker hit it off immediately, and they're like flirting, they're like besties, they're chilling. But there's a strict prohibition in the Warrior Cats universe about cross-clan friendships and cross-clan mating. Or the cone was, well, it was like the moon something. Yeah, so Joyfeather and Long Whisker begin a relationship, like a secret one, and they sneak off to like some place. I forget which one it is. It's between the Sky Clan and the Wind Clan territory for their little trysts, right? So eventually, Long Whisker's old mentor, the leader, Something Star, the leader of Sky Clan, catches them. Or maybe Long Whisker, I don't remember exactly how it happens. Somehow they find out about this secret relationship, and of course they're pretty pissed. They're like, no, you can't do that. That's against the rules. But the leader of Sky Clan, because she knows Long Whisker and trained him, allows Joyfeather to leave Wind Clan and join Sky Clan so they can be together. And I think Joyfeather ends up, like, they end up having kits. They ended up having little kittens. I don't really remember. I think the forum died not long after that. But that's the story of Long Whisker and the relationship drama that followed. Thank you all for coming to my cat talk. It's funny because it's like a TED talk, but instead of TED talk, I'm saying it's a cat talk. Now that's what we call fun. I was invested in that story. Faye, I'm so glad you were invested in that story because believe me, when I was 10, that was my shit.